Arnoux began, well, not the first thing, but the second thing I worked on had all to do with relationships, actually. So when I first learned the 7 steps with Arnoux, with you in July of 15, I actually was cleared of my panic attacks in class during an exercise, which was super powerful, it was wonderful, and it helped me to get clear-headed enough to where I could function. And then I started prioritizing, what in my life do I need to change? What in my life do I want to work on to really improve my life and get me into a different place? And the thing that I chose to work on was relationships. I had a very negative pattern with men. I grew up in a less than optimal environment at home, we'll just put it like that. And so I had a very, very bad example of a male figure at home as my father. And watching how their relationship went. They fought all the time too. There was never the peace or the harmony or the affection or that kind of feeling that you would like to see in a relationship. So that was my pattern, that's what I grew up with. So I decided to clear this pattern because it affected me in my life. Ex-fiance, ex-husband, ex-boyfriends, they were all very neglectful, dismissive, rude, disrespectful. They'd cheat on me, they'd lie to me, they'd disappear, sometimes for weeks or months at a time. The last one did that, so that was a new pattern I had to clear because I hadn't gone through that yet. And that was with the current boyfriend I was with when I was doing the 7-stepping. So it was so huge that when I began, I felt super overwhelmed. There was a ton to do. There was easily a couple thousand cancellations easily. There was a lot. So I did work with Arnoux a couple of months to help to guide me to clear everything in the order for the highest and best good, to get through it the most efficiently so I didn't get overwhelmed and burned out. And so that's what we did. And I cleared and cleared and cleared, and I cleared every night on my own. And it was a lot of work. It was hard work, but it was definitely worth it. So that relationship I was in, I was ready to end it. I was perfectly comfortable with ending it. When it ended, I didn't cry, I didn't freak out, I didn't feel, oh, here I am alone again in my 40s, you know, all those things that would have come up before. And I felt so at peace, and I felt so empowered, and I felt great. It was really, really nice. And people started to treat me differently. And the people I would meet, and especially the men I would meet, were just totally different, a totally different class of person. It was like I got picked up and dropped into another planet. It was absolutely amazing experience. And it really manifested very, very quickly. I met my current husband, Tim, who's here. Yes, he's absolutely amazing. And I'd tried all those things before, meditating and doing affirmations of creating my husband, creating he's this, he's this, he's this, and I had my ideal list. Why wasn't it coming forward? Well, I had to pull all the negative programming out, so all those affirmations that I had made could actually take root and manifest, because those weeds had to get out of the way. They were choking out everything positive I was putting in. So I met him within a couple of months, and we're now married, and he's a wonderful, sweet, kind, respectful, loving, just wonderful guy. He's great. He's a beautiful being, and he does stick around through thick and thin, unlike my last ones.
Yay! Bravo, Shelley!
The results and benefits of our training program are only available to members of our private association.